Hey y'all, it's Cam the Bot. Reds talk here. Um, this is just after the Reds lose to the Diamondbacks, 2-1. And they lost the series. And there's a lot of emotions right now. But you know what? I'm gonna do my weekly analysis of the week, like normal. This is back to back to back to back series losses. Not very good at all. And now the Reds fall to 18-25, and now they're last in the division. It's kind of crazy that we were thought that the Cardinals suck. Right now we suck even worse, and I never thought worth dang that we would be this bad, to be honest. But let's just get right into it. So let's start the series with the Diamondbacks. The Reds lost 6-5. Graham Ashcraft got 4 innings, 3 earned runs, and 3 Ks. Excuse me. Um, you know, it that game, the bat started to actually start hitting again. I believe we had 10 hits or something like that. We were looking really good. I felt really, really good about this. Everything it was good. So we're just making solid contact and all that. It was really good. I was excited. Uh, then I think we were winning 5-4. Yeah, we were winning 5-4. Bottom of the ninth. Then uh what's his face he comes walking out, and guess who it is? It's Alexis Diaz to finish the game. First guy hits, then the next guy walks, next guy walks again. Bases loaded. Kevin Newman. Kevin Newman. I hate that man to death. Yeah, we made so much fun of him, and he had a bloop single to right field, and that scored both the tying run and the game-winning run, and that was it. It was just Alexis Diaz couldn't throw a strike. It was just bad all around, to be honest. Like it's sad. It was really sad. I mean, Jameer was looking. Candyman was looking good. Ford, right? He was actually looking pretty decent. And then Jonathan India had a couple hits again too. So it wasn't a bad game from all of those guys. Not bad. And then we're moving on to yesterday's game. Reds won. Surprising, I know. Surprise, surprise, baby. Reds won 6-2 against D-backs. Hunter Green, phenomenal performance. Gave us 7 innings, 2 earned runs, and then he had 5 Ks. Uh, I mean, it was great. Stevenson had 3 hits, and then Candyman had 2 hits. Fraley had another 2 hits, and then we had Espinal with the hit that it was a pinch hit situation, and he was able to get another insurance run for us, which was big. And then I think Stuart Fairchild also came in and also got another hit too. I mean, it was just an all around good effort. Um, it was good. Our pitching staff looked really good yesterday. I mean, it was awesome to see it. I actually in the fourth inning, I believe, I was like, this is the time we turn this bus around. I was actually getting really excited and all that. And I was just thinking, I was like, we got a chance, baby. We got a chance. And then, you know, then we won, and I was so excited. I was like, this is when we turn it around. And then we come back to this game, today's game, where they almost got no hit again. We had like 3 hits in total, outrageous, against this Fant guy. I don't even know what his name was. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were getting no hit to like the 5th inning until Espinal hit a home run, second home run of the season for him. That was nice to see, with him sucking lately. Not lately, but yeah, was sucking so far this season. It was nice to see him get a hit. Abbott, phenomenal, another phenomenal outing. We got 7 innings from him, which is great, and he had 1 earned run, which was even better. And he had 4 Ks, which is good. He was letting the guys hit the ball, which was awesome. Stuff looked really good. I was really excited about his performance, and then everyone forgot how to hit the ball, I guess, again tonight. Benson looked trash. He did have one of the hits, but I mean, he looked trash again. I mean, it's not looking great, to be honest. I mean, it's well, what sucked is that we had like two bad. We'll go over the transactions. We might as well go over transactions right now while we're at it. So we're moving to the next segment, transactions. Sponsored by myself because I got no sponsors yet. But we had terrible news. Nick Lodolo to the 15-day IL, left groin strain. Didn't know this was a thing for him, to be honest. I thought that we were all fine. I didn't think anyone was injured in our starting our starters for pitching, and apparently he's been dealing with this since the last start. I mean, I get it, but if it was that bad, then he needed to have gone on right after that outing because we just wasted another start from him. And he said that he'll be right back after the 15 days. There's no need to extend it, so that will be okay, I guess. We recalled after that. We recalled Sam Mall from AAA Louisville. That was nice to see because, to be honest, there's multiple guys that they don't deserve to be in there. I think Wilson and then Buck Farmer deserve to be DFA'd, if anything, over him because he has a 0 ERA so far. TJ Friedel. We added him to the 10-day IL, left thumb fracture. So I think it was yesterday's game or the day before that. It was the first. I think it was yesterday's game. Uh, or was it for? I don't know. I forgot. But it was he took up the first pitch of the game, took one right to the thumb, crushed it. Uh, and he tried to walk it off basically, but he was pulled. He just got back from another injury. I forgot what it was. Broken wrist, broken arm, I think, something like that. So it's like we can't keep our guys healthy at all. I mean, it's just been a whole problem. Uh, we called up Jacob Hurtubis from Louisville. I'm sorry, I messed up that last name. I can never get it right. He is from a military school. He decided to I forgot which one it was. I know it's like it's West Point. Yeah, he came from West Point. He's a second player and he's the second player to go to the majors from West Point, I think, and that's awesome. I love the story. He was hitting 300 last year in Double A and Triple A all combined, which was great. So far, these past two games haven't been really excited. He kind of looks pretty bad, but it's he's facing really good pitching. So he's facing major league pitching finally. So it's gonna take him time to to get used to it. So we'll see what he can do if he stays on the roster. If he continues what he's doing, most likely he's going to be cut. Not cut, but he'll be back in Louisville before you know it. Um, CES, I believe I said it last week, but he's also was placed on the 10-day IL for the right ulnar fracture. So both TJ Friedel and CES are like a 2 to 4, is it 3 to 4 weeks, I believe. So that's great, I guess. It just these injuries keep piling up, man, and this team can't take much more because Jonathan India. I'll talk about it now, but Jonathan India had a migraine and he was out scratched from today's lineup, which was terrible because he's Jonathan India is having trouble lately. He decides he wants to walk more than he wants to hit. It feels like this past yesterday's game, he had two strike. He had it was full count, and he saw and it was he was trying to walk. Obviously, there were both strikes that were in the strike zone, and he acted like it was a ball, and he started walking to first both times, and it was called out, and then he had this like look like that's a terrible call. I'm like, bro, that's the right call. Like that is the right call, and it's just like I'm just it's you gotta swing the bat, bud. You gotta swing the bat. So back to be honest, I want to do some good news right now and good stuff because like this team is depressing right now, like beyond limitations, and yeah. So well, there's the first thing I like to talk about first that they're getting out. They're getting out of the hitting slump. They are literally getting out of it. Candyman last 15 games, he's hitting 316. I mean that's awesome. Tyler Stevenson, he's been hitting the ball pretty hard all year long, and finally he's getting hot. The last 15 games, he's hitting 289 with 373 on base average. Espinal starting to heat up again. He had a home run today. Actually, he was the only guy that scored for us, which was kind of sad. You know, he's his last 7 games he's hitting 286, which is great to see. I hope that continues. Because we kind of need him because he made some great plays in the field today. Playing for Ellie De La Cruz because he had a day off. Jonathan India last 7 games he's hitting 250. I I have no. We just talked about Jonathan India, but I have like no words for him right now. Like I don't know. I really don't know. Like I'm just lost truly with him and this team. But Ellie, he's going to a slump right now. I don't understand how he's hitting this, but his last 7 games it says from MLB, he's hitting 280 and he's on base 379. So I mean, that's great. That's great. But right now he was slumping. He took a day off today, but they put him back. They put him in for some reason. I understand why because they want the best chance to win this game. But if they wanted to win this game, they should have kept Ellie in because he was he pinched hit. Oh, he got subbed in for Espinal and he did nothing. I think he struck out. I think he struck out the first time, I believe. I don't know if he had 2 at bats or not. I was eating dinner while watching, so I was trying to do both at the same time. Starting pitching. No, good thing. Starting pitching has been really good. Holy crap! The starting pitching rotation right now is doing great. It sucks. Odillo, one of our aces, is out again with something. It's like it's always something every year. He'll be out for something. He'll give us good 3 or 4 starts, and then he'll be on the IL for 23 years. And I bet you $10 this is more than just a groin strain because every time Lodolo gets hurt, it's always played down to be not as bad. And then next thing you know, he's on the 60-day IL and he doesn't come back for the rest of the season. So I'm hoping this is the same. This is not the case because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this medical staff fucking messing up because these guys are being like we're getting news saying just like I'm sorry to go tangent off this, but this we get told that TJ Friedel was negative originally after he got hit after the first X-rays, but then like at the 8th inning that they came back on and said yeah it's inconclusive, and I'm like, and it's like they're seeing a doctor in Arizona, and I was just like, what are we doing? I was just like, how, like, because it's swelling. I get that. Then just don't say that there was no breaks. Just say that it was inconclusive originally. Because to be honest, y'all just are just, I'm gonna be honest, stupid. Same thing with CES. You did, I think we talked about this last week, but he got hit by pitch in the same spot in that right wrist area and all that, and he was doing fine. Like he wasn't doing fine. He was doing trash, and he apparently had been hurting ever since. And y'all decided not to do anything about it until it was way too late, and now he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. When this could have been fixed. This could have been almost done with by this time. In about 2 more weeks, we could have gotten back a little sooner because to be honest, his team needs him. Well, then he needs him to actually put the bat on the ball. And if that's the reason why he's not able to put the bat on the ball is because of that reason, then something's got to change in that department of the medical staff because obviously they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking for truly, nor do they know how to do a rehab at all either. To be honest, Jacob. Well, no, sorry, we're going back to the good stuff. My fault. David Bell got invited to the All-Star team to be a assistant coach to the Arizona Diamondbacks manager, which I don't know the top of my head. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of funny because I was kind of like, hold up. I was like, what has he done to earn an all-star bid at all? And when I saw the press conference, I saw like the snippet of it of reason why. And then when they said literally that it was because the manager has ties with the Bell family, and his father was his mentor, was the Arizona Diamondbacks mentor. And then he said that he's doing it mostly because of his brother was the director of personnel for the minor leagues, I believe, for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he wanted to represent him. He wanted to represent him for that, and he thought it was a great idea. But I was just kind of like, that's great for David Bell, but like I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear anything that says, well, yeah, he's a great manager too. That's probably why I want him. I want to know what he thinks and all. No, it was nothing of that. It was a consolation prize because your brother's dead, and I don't want to be rude, and I understand he could have been a great guy, his brother, and I'm really sorry for his loss. But it's just, I'm sorry, but if you get to become an all-star because consolation because someone else died and all that, I don't like that, to be honest. I don't. I think you have to earn it yourself. And truly, this year he has not earned an all-star bid. He'll probably be one. Will probably have one of the worst records in the league, and he'll be in the all-star the, pit, what's it called? The coaching department for the one game, which great for him. Ellie's gonna be there with him most likely. There, I think it would be stupid if MLB keeps him out, which I don't think he will. But I don't know. I don't like it, to be honest. I just don't. It's just not a good look, because it's not because of your ability. It's because of someone else's ability. Basically, that's what basically what it is. So basically, what we're going on. I know I was trying to be positive, but I to be honest, I was trying to be positive, but to be honest, I'm just lost right now. But we'll get to that later. We'll go to the bad and the ugly. Bullpen. Cruz and Fernando Cruz, and then Alexis Diaz. They're starting to regress bad. Alexis Diaz hasn't been good all year, really. I feel like he hasn't been throwing strikes. He's always had trouble of not throwing strikes, really, but it got worse this year. I don't know. I mean, I understand why. Well, I don't understand why, but like it's just he's not throwing strikes. Cruz is getting, they're using him every night. I mean, literally, he threw 30 pitches 2 nights ago, and then today he threw another like 20 to 25 pitches. I was just like, what are we doing? Like, and it's every night. It feels like he's always pitching. It's like, are we going to give the other guys a chance? We have a bullpen. That's more than just him, right? Like, are we sure? Because it sounds like we don't. They've been both blowing games lately. I love Fernando Cruz, and then Alexis Diaz, but they got to figure it out. I don't know, because Alexis Diaz is not being used, and God forbid if we put Lucas Sims. Oh my God, you want to talk about a guy that sucks when he can't. His ability to locate pitches is absolutely terrible. Really, truly, I think it's terrible. I think that when he's on, he's on. Like he's really good. Like he's one of the best bullpen throwers when he's on. But more times than not, he's not on, and you walk guys, and then he'll throw one right down the plate, and then he'll just lose it that way. That happened. We put in we put him in for the final game and for the Giants game. We were tied, I believe, and it was bases loaded or something. I don't know if it was bases loaded or not, but yeah, he was getting them on these sliders out and away, and the guys were completely whiffing on it. And then he decides to throw a ball, an 0-2 count, I believe. Those are straight right down the middle, right down the middle, right down the freaking heart of the plate, basically. And the guy crushes it to left center, and it falls, and that's game over. And it just, you know, it's just bullpen's not looking great. I just, I don't even know. I'm lost for words. But Ellie's going to a slump. I wouldn't be so worried about it if we had Noel Marte and Matt McLean, and all the other guys. But since we really don't, we don't have TJ Friedel, and we don't have CES. Like I don't know how we're going to to be honest, because no one's gonna be able to pick him up. No one's picking him up. I mean, one person's gonna pick him up is Candy, and then Stevenson. That's the only people I can think I can pick him up. But there's nine hitting holes. There's nine places to hit. So I don't know. I just him going to a slump. What's gonna happen. Right now he's kind of streaky right now. That's just how it's gonna be. Because he's so young and all that, and until he figured out how to become more consistent and all that, yeah, it's just always about base running. Base running has sucked. Base running. I mean, god dang it! It happens in the San Francisco game all the way up to this Diamondback series. I mean, it just. I mean, we just put ourselves into like terrible spots. Like we're like the San Francisco game. I believe. Off of the that big giant wall in right field. That he gets thrown out by I don't know, remember his name. The first guy, it was like the first couple innings. Then Jake Fraley decides to test him again for no reason at all, and then he gets thrown out. And I'm like, what are we doing? And all that. and then Ellie De La Cruz got caught twice, I think in the past like 7 games, something like that, and it was just like not like he's been like caught. Like it was not like he was stealing and he got caught. It was just like he was caught in no man's land and he had nowhere else to go but to go forward, and he got out, and it just poor base running. Truly, I mean, it's bad. Like the base running has been. I mean, I like being aggressive. I love being aggressive base running because it makes the game more interesting. The problem is though is that this team doesn't know when to release the brakes. I guess put the brakes on it when being smart with the base running too. I think this team can make a major step up if they can learn it, but I don't think it's going to be this year. This year, I don't think they're going to be able to learn the ability to do that. So that's another thing that's peeing me off. The bats. They're heating up again. I mean, the bats are heating up. That's that's good, I guess. Everyone seemed like they're coming out of a slump except for Ellie. It feels like some of these players like Espinal are doing a lot better. India, he's mid. He's playing mid right now. Stevenson, he's been consistently hitting the ball hard, and he's finally showing it. And I think Stevenson, yeah, we'll come back to Stevenson a little bit later. But Candyman, he's showing why we paid him the money. Like I was dog shitting him. I was completely dog shitting him. Excuse me. But I mean, I was completely dog shitting him in the beginning of the year because he was trash. He was absolutely trash. And I think he's finally coming to his own. I hope it's not just like this one little stretch of being hot and then him falling apart. Because to be honest, if we need this, we need his ability. Like Candyman, like I will eat Hershey Kisses every single night when you go up to the plate if that's gonna make you stay hot for the rest of the year. And I don't know what will happen the rest of the year. That's just me wanting to being hopeful, but I can have hope here and there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, I feel like they're definitely heating up because we had I think there's like 3 games where we had 10 plus hits or something like that. So that was nice. That was really nice. It's just that we keep on leaving guys on base or we make stupid errors that cause us to not be able to knock them in at all. Um, and I think we're finally starting to hit the ball down the middle. It's crazy, when you get fastball right down the middle, you're supposed, major league hitters are supposed to crush that across, hit that to 450 feet at least. And half these guys swing and miss, and it's kind of sad. But now they're starting to hit the ball when it's down the middle, which is great. You know, uh, yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to be like helpful, but also like right when you think that the bats are heating up, they also fall right back down. Like today, we had 3 hits and no one else. I mean, it was just bad. It was not good at all. No one hit the ball. I mean, Espinal was the only good hit really at all that actually meant something. He hit a home run, and I was surprised he hit the home run. To be honest, I was expecting him to hit a home run at all, but it was a nice surprise because we needed that. Because this team needs it. Uh, what's worse is that we have 8 guys hitting below 200 still. We have 8 freaking guys, and I'm gonna talk about Luke Maley now because he's hitting 160 right now, and we consistently put him out at least on the 3rd day or twice. It's like half and half with Tyler Stevenson and Luke Maley, and I don't think it's dumb. I think it's done. Like we're done with it. All right, I want Tyler. I know it's hard to be behind the plate every game, but I need and I want Tyler Stevenson behind the plate every single day. I don't care what you have to do. Put him behind the plate if you have to. Like I don't know. Put like an AC unit in his face mask to keep him cool down and relaxed. I don't know. That's all I can think of because it's like we need him. We need him because he's hitting the ball. Luke Malley is worthless right now. He can't throw anyone out. He can't hit the ball. He's mediocre at everything else. He can't frame the ball. I mean, what? There's no positive right now with him, and that might be just a overreaction, but that's not overreaction at all. You know why? Because he's been this way for the past 2 years. He's been like mid. He's a good third catcher if you really wanted to. I mean, but him hitting 160 is it's just not. That's not major league level. I mean, I'd rather see him in AAA and getting in some reps and learning how to hit the ball than him being up here and making himself look stupid. You know. Uh, and then what sucks is that there's no one trade that's gonna fix this lineup. We have all these platoon guys. We always. I'm just gonna go into my next point too because it's like we that we have so many platoon guys playing every day that are only meant to play at certain times of the year, or certain times like in certain matchups and all that with left-handed pitchers and right-handed pitchers and all that. And they're playing every day, and it's being exposed heavily right now. And it's exposed, I mean, every day it's exposed. It shows that these guys don't deserve to be on a major league roster. And it sucks because Will Benson is turning into a platoon player, and it sucks because I love Will Benson too. I know I'm going off the what I'm trying to talk about. I'm sorry guys, but like it just I got a lot of emotions right now. But Will Benson though, bro. Bro needs to, like I thought he was doing good yesterday. I was actually really excited because I think he had a home run yesterday, and it was a beautiful swing. Beautiful swing. I love that. But the problem is though, it's like this whole seven. It's just he's been hitting terrible. I think he's now at 200 right now. His batting average is 200. It's like holy god. It's like oh god, oh Lord Almighty. It's not good. Like he's looking terrible. And I think he just needs to stick with. I think he's good at right-handed pitch hitting. I forgot, but he needs to stick to whatever side that he was when we first got him. What he was good at. Because what he's doing right now ain't working at all, and I don't think it's ever going to change right now. As of right now, I don't think so because it hasn't changed yet. I don't think it's going to change now. I mean, it's a long season, yeah, but it's just, we're just, yeah, we'll try to stay positive. Maybe he will change around, because I like Will Benson a lot. I think it brings in some energy. I think he brings in some real energy. Speaking of which, I want to roll into, well, let's finish up the platoon guys playing. Platoon, I mean, you got Stuart Fairchild playing every day, Espinal playing every day. Espinal's been heating up, but he doesn't. I don't think that he needs. I don't. He shouldn't be playing every day. I don't think so. I just don't. He's a good pinch hitter when you need him for certain matchups. Yes, I think he's good at that. I think that Stuart Fairchild is the best. If you have Stuart Fairchild as your utility player out of the off the bench, I think then you have a really good roster because Stuart Fairchild, he doesn't deserve. He's never gonna. I don't think he's ever gonna become a daily player, but I think he is good enough to. He's good enough to make. He's a really good fielder, and he's good at hitting left-handed pitching. Which there's, I mean, I feel like there's less and less every year, but I mean, yeah, he's really good at hitting left-handed pitching. He's hitting like 290 right now, hitting left-handed pitching, and all that. But I mean that's it's just that's what happens when you have platoon players being thrown out because everyone's hurt right now. Everyone's hurt, and the people when they come back, they're not really working well, or they get hit in the hand or something like that. That's annoying. That's so annoying. I'm so tired of it. Like I don't see anyone else having that problem as much as we are. But and then yeah, speaking of which, injuries. Like injuries are literally the worst thing this happening right now. We cannot get away from it. I don't know what we got to do, but I think we need to step away from the plate because apparently every time we try to swing the bat, at least one person gets hit in the hand, and then all of a sudden they're on the IL for 15 to 20 days, and then it turns into a couple of weeks, and it's like, oh my god, what do we do? Like, what do we do? I don't know. It's just like it's starting to piss me off because I feel like everyone's made out of glass right now. I mean, all of our good players are made out of glass. The only person that's staying healthy is Ellie. And God knows when Ellie goes down, oh God. You want to talk about people, Red's Twitter saying that the season's over? Their season will be over. Will be over because there's no one else that's going to replace him. There ain't no way. I mean, you know, it's just, this is a little shorter rant, but it's just, like my thing is this season over? Is the season over? Because we play the Dodgers for 4-game series starting tomorrow, and I just don't think we're gonna get. Well, the only way that we can turn this ship around is if we either win 3 or 4 or we sweep them, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen because this Dodgers team is a freaking powerhouse of no other. They might lose it in the playoffs, but this team is not gonna be able to. I mean, unless if the pitching is good like it's always been, then we have a chance. But I just don't see us winning more than 1 game, if that, against this team. I think we have a better chance of getting swept than winning a game, truly. And I was trying to be positive yesterday because I felt good. I felt like this is a good turnaround, but right after this type of game, I just can't. I mean, we fell right back into we can't hit the damn ball. I know that not every day you're gonna be able to hit 10 hits every game, But we gotta get more consistent, guys. We gotta really wake up the bats, and we can't lose these one-run games. We're 1-10 in one-run games. That's worse than Major League. Worse than Major League. Like, we were great we were outstanding at that last year. One-run games, freaking we just find a way to win. We always find a way to win. And we were doing pretty good. I mean, we weren't doing pretty good at the beginning of the year. When we were the Rally Reds. We were still the Rally Reds. We are the loser Reds now. We ain't no rally. We're losing Reds. I mean, we're a losing Reds. That's all I can really say. I mean, I think the season's over right now. I think the season is going very bad, and I don't see a way out of this hole unless players get healthy. The problem is that these guys they're going to be gone for a while. I mean, I don't see it. I don't, I'm trying to stay positive. I am. I tried to be positive. I went on a show say I was like I'm gonna be positive about this, but just reading all my notes and all that. I have a page and a half of notes for this past week. I don't know. I'm having trouble staying positive right now, and I'm sorry, guys, but it's just, you hate me on Red's Twitter. I get it, you know, but I don't think the season's over, but I think the season is extremely in peril right now, and if we don't turn it around this series, then I just feel like there's not really a way to dig ourselves out. There's not really a way to dig ourselves out. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, I think I think there's only one team that's worse than us, and I think that's the White Sox. Truly, I think that the A's would sweep us right now. I mean, I think a lot of teams will sweep us right now. I mean, we're losing. I know the Diamondbacks were the they were in the World Series last year, but this year I don't think they're that good. Hot take, but I don't think they're that good. They got Kevin Newman starting every day, and I know Kevin Newman just torched us and all that, but still, I'm just like, like I like still, it's just it's always something new with the Reds. We can never stay healthy, or we don't spend, or I mean, because to be honest, if we keep this up, we're probably going to be selling, and I don't know who we're selling. If we sell Steer, I mean, that's the season because Steer's our second best hitter. I feel like second best consistent. I think he's our most consistent hitter. I think he is. At him hitting 250 is what I was expecting. 250, 260. Actually, I was really expecting 270 out of him, and I think he'll get back to 270 batting average. But there's no fire on this team right now. There is absolutely. I mean, they're not giving up, but there's no fire. Like at the beginning of the year, Will Benson with the ice in the veins, that was awesome. Like you could tell that everyone was fired up, even though after the injuries and then the suspensions, God, that was annoying. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I just don't feel like there's that energy anymore. I feel like they've kind of lost it. And then David Bell comes to the thing saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, no, I understand, but I think we have a good team. I think we know we're a good team. We just have to start winning baseball games." You know what? You might as well be Booger McFarland because your takes are cold as shit. Because they're saying that's not going to change shit. I want to see some. I want to see some fire for this team. Then this is bullshit. Webb did that. I forgot his first name, but for the San Francisco Giants, he was like, This is some horse shit." Them losing like 10 games in like out of 12. And it's like that's horse shit. And I'm like, yeah, we Reds fans understand that it is horse shit that we're losing. That we're losing, and there's no one saying that. Everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, we're a good team. We know we're a good team, even though it didn't show it. We're a good team." You keep saying that isn't gonna change shit. You gotta act like you care, because to be honest, you guys just look like you're just like you're not giving up, but it's starting to feel like you're starting to give up more and more. And I don't know if they keep sucking like this. Dave Bell's not gonna he's not gonna lose his job, but if he keeps this up where we can't win a baseball game, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he'll make it to the All-Star break, but he will. He will. If a knowledgeable person were looking at it, he wouldn't. But I mean, and the problem is there's nothing, there's no one thing we can do to fix this. There's not one thing we can do. We would need multiple trades, and even then, it's still. I mean, we're gonna have to wait until halfway through the season and just to get Marte back, and I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I just don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I really don't. But I'm gonna go, guys. Appreciate you guys listening to this to my podcast, but my Reds talk. with me. You know, I'm gonna say what I always say. How about them Red Legs? Let's go, baby.